Anyway, the wicket play good. If you put a good total in the board, then obviously the pressure on the other side.
What about your side? I mean, you hit form early and your side couldn't win a game. Now you've struggled for a couple of runs and they keep winning. What do you want, runs or wins?
And I always want wins. I haven't scored any runs, but team wins. I take that every day.
Yep.
But having said that, I had a good outing in the first 2 games, but after 2 games I had a bit disappointed too. But looking for today's match.
Kushal, you're playing very well. Don't get me wrong. I've thoroughly enjoyed those opening two knocks. What about the confidence in your side after a couple of wins now? Are you ready to push on to those top 4?
No. Throughout the tournament, boys played really well. Just in the first 2 games, the boys had disappointing night. But after that game, we won against Janakpur, and we had a decent match against the Lumini Lions. But having said that, boys are putting their hard work off the field, and I hope today's ball will gonna perform well.
Now, we've been following social media, and we see that there's a couple of superstars that have arrived at the airport. There changes to your side?
Yeah, I'm too excited. I'm going to having a dressing room with Jason Roy, and he's come inside. And Rishi Daman is playing today, and Dhananjay Laksan is playing. So I'm very excited.
All right, fabulous. All the best for today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kushal. So the news from the middle, it's the Yaks. They've won the toss. They're going to bowl first.
Now I'm joined here by Andrew Leonard. Andrew, earlier I spoke to Dawood Malan after his huge innings, and he said that the wicket was playing really nicely for the batters, which was of course then proven with the result as well. Now the Yaks have done the opposite to the Rhinos. They've chosen to bowl. Was this the right call?
Yeah, good afternoon, Jess, and good afternoon, everyone. Great to be with you here for a double-header day. I think you're spot on what you're saying, and I think Dawood Malan was spot on in what he was saying. He said it's a very good pitch. Spoke to him at the conclusion of play. He felt as though it was a road. So I think Sampal Kami has probably done the right thing, because at least he will know what his side have to chase in this must-win clash.
And looking at both teams then, starting with the Yaks, both of them have picked up 1 win so far. But the Yaks, we know what they're capable of. We've seen some outstanding individual performances, but how can they capitalise on those performances today as a team?
Well, it's a bit of a cliche, isn't it? They need to play as a team better than they have been. They've kind of been full of good individual small performances throughout the season, but I don't think they've quite gelled as well, and certainly their bowling options has been something that we've talked about an awful lot. I'm not sure they've got the very best out of the likes of William Basisto, who's an outstanding cricketer. Even Mark Watts has barely been used at times. He's only bowled 1 over, and Max O'Dowd's only played the 1 game. So certainly there's been some interesting options with bat and ball for the Yaks. They need to stand up to be counted tonight.
And last time out for the Avengers versus the Lions, we saw such a close game, which we've been waiting for desperately. But unfortunately for the Avengers, they just fell short. If you are Kushal Bertel, sat in that team meeting before the game today, what are you saying to the team?
I thought it was a great question from HT Ackerman at the toss. He said, well, would you rather get 50 and lose like you did it early in the season, where he's had a couple of ducks back to back, but they have found a win? Look, I think they're a very good team. They are now shorn of the services of Jimmy Neesham, of course. He's completed his time here, much loved in Nepal, but they've got that big signing to come in the shape of Jason Roy, and that's exactly what Bertel was talking about, how much he's looking forward to playing with that World Cup winner. Adam Rossington was outstanding in the last game as well, and a very charismatic guy. He's kept wickets well, 81, he paced that innings nicely. He'll much prefer today's surface, which is a much better batting one.
And as we say, plenty of standout performances from both sides so far, but let's take a closer look at the players stepping onto the field today.
Yeah, so there's so many changes, Jess. I'm going to do well to remember all of these. 8 in total. Let's start with the Yaks. 3 for them. In comes Dipendra Rawat, Unish Thakori, and Jai Kishan Kasawala, who's played a lot of cricket here in Nepal. But the surprise for me is no William Basisto. He misses out. Yuvraj Khatri, the leg spinner, he misses out too, and as does Deepak Dumri. Now listen to this, Jess. 5 changes. 5, would you believe, for the Bakara Avengers. A few of those are forced, of course. I'm just going to tell you the players that are coming in. Akash Chand into the team, the fast bowler. Sandeep KC, the all-rounder who bowls a bit of off-spin, the right-handed batter. We've then got a big call because 3 new overseas are all in. Jason Roy, the World Cup winner back in 2019. Rishi Dhawan, who has that IPL experience. And then Dhananjay Lakshan. The reason for that, Dan Douthwaite misses out with an injury. He's had to fly home. And I'm surprised potentially that it's Matt Taylor who doesn't get the nod, because the left-arm seamer from Gloucestershire has been very good. The Avengers, they've made wholesale changes, to say the least. 8 changes between the two sides. I can't remember a Nepal Premier League game where that's happened before.
And as I mentioned earlier, both of these two teams this evening are sitting very, very close on the points table. But last match, the Bolts taking that victory has completely changed things up. So let's take a closer look at how the points table is shaping up.
Well, Jess, what it's done is it's blown the tournament wide open, and isn't that brilliant, not just for us but for all the fans, for everyone involved. We want a bit of drama, we want a bit of chaos. There are now just 2 points separating the bottom 5 sides in the table. The reality is the Royals are mathematically qualified. They cannot miss out in qualification. I think the Gorkhas and the Kings are all but there. The only way they would miss out is if the Rhinos and the Lions win both of their last 2 matches, and then the side second or third lose their last 2 games. It would come down to net run rate then. But the reality is 4th to 8th separated by just 2 points. That result earlier from the Janakpur Bolts, it wasn't just good for them, it was also really good for the two sides we're going to see in action this afternoon.
Of course, Andrew, as you mentioned earlier, Jason Roy joins the Avengers. He's an explosive player who takes a very aggressive batting approach as a top order batter. What will he contribute to the team?
Well, I hear some of the kids call him J. Roy. He's in the house, here he is, the World Cup winner. Look, he's always been a devastating player at the top of the order. A little bit like Dawid Malan, has brought so much experience and quality to this Nepal Premier League season too. It's fantastic to see Jason Roy here. He's still a very devastating batter when he gets in. He can be a little bit boom or bust, to be honest with you. He can either go very big very quickly, but on what looks like a very good batting surface this evening, I think he could really enjoy his first ever appearance here in Nepal.
And somebody else enjoying the batting surface here this evening, Adam Rossington. Last time out, match 17 versus the Lions, we saw a huge 81 off 63 from him. If the rest of the batting lineup support him, do you think he has the potential to change the game for the Avengers?
Look, he's a quality player, he's a very talented cricketer. You won't actually believe this, it was the slowest 50 in Nepal Premier League history. When he got to the landmark, that was, it took him 53 balls. But from there, off his next 10 deliveries, well, he just smashed it everywhere. He found the boundary, particularly to the leg side, with lots of ease. He hits the ball really, really crisply. He's a very good ball striker. He was probably a little bit unlucky to miss out on 100 because I thought he played ever so well, and he'll be critical again at the top. Don't forget, he's a very good gloveman as well. He's been excellent with the gloves behind the stumps.
And a standout bowler for the Yaks then, Gulshan Jar, in match 19 versus the Gorkhas, 49 off 22 with the bat not out. He ties his MPL career best. Will we see him get over that half-century mark today?
Oh, well, you've got a feel for Gulshan Dad, don't you? Because he made 149 last season, that was not out, and he's made another 49 this season, which was also not out. But what an impactful innings of just 22 balls. I would love to see him used more and more with the ball as well, because he's an out-and-out all-rounder. Didn't bowl in the last game. The thing I like about Ja, he's an X-Factor player. He goes at it right from the off. I continue to believe they're underusing him in the middle order, and I would like to see Gyanendra Malla get him up the order, not just use him for the final 5 overs. He's a better batter than that, and he's an outstanding young talent and a good young man.
It's clear to see there's so much potential within the two teams today, but my favourite part of the pre-show, as always, Andrew, who are you backing today?
Predictions, oh dear, I don't think I can pick today. My predictions haven't been great. Who's having a bowl first? The Yaks? I think the Avengers are favourites. I'm going to go with the Yaks. Come on, the Yaks.
Excellent. There we go. You heard it here first. Now, ball one from the Yaks is on its way very, very shortly. The players walking out onto the pitch as we speak. Make sure you don't go anywhere. You do not want to miss this action.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Andrew. A lovely match unfolding here. Game number 21. Pokhara Avengers being put into bat. And what now serves as a must-win in almost all the games they play in. Just the one win in the 4 matches for the Pokhara Avengers. They've had some good individual performances, but as a team, they've just been found wanting. Opportunities coming by and going away. That's been their story, and so good to see this. Kushal Burtel opening the innings with Adam Rossington. A very good evening to HT Ackerman as well, who's been busy, just finished with a toss. And he does the hard yards to get to the com box just in time. HT, welcome.
Thanks, Mikhail. Yeah, I like this, Mikhail. I like Kushal Burtel at the top of the order. I'm a little bit surprised though that it isn't Jason Roy. To be honest, I mean that's where he's had all his fame and fortune has been at the top of the order. But I'm pretty sure he'll walk in at number 3. But two very evenly matched sides. Adam Rossington, fresh off that 81 versus the Lions, which was an intelligent innings. He went at virtually a runner ball for the majority of it. I think he got to like 50 or 50 balls, but then put the foot down when he had an able supporter in the now no longer here, Jimmy Neesham. There he is, as they say, fresh off the plane. What a record he has international cricket. Might have ended that international career a little bit too soon, Jason Roy.
Yeah, he was on the leather hunt whenever he played India. What a firecracker of a batter. That era where you had Alex Hales as well for England opening alongside Jason Roy. They certainly had the batters. And he'll certainly come out to bat at some point in time. It's going to be Bipin Sharma for the Karnali Axe, is going to open the bowling from the Chobar end. Bipin Sharma too has been very impressive for his side. The countdown has begun. He's been wicketless, but he's been very good on economy. We're all set for match number 21. Slip in place here for Bortel. Oh, he gets a bit of a bat on this, and that'll race away. First runs here for the Avengers, courtesy a wayward delivery, and Bortel is finally off the mark after 2 ducks.
Couple of half centuries to start the competition, and then a couple of ducks. So this will be not only a good start, but a relief for the captain of the Avengers.
As a batter, you need that kind of a delivery very early in your innings, HT. Lovely delivery. Just the angle and the arm.
Looks as though he's a little bit uncomfortable against the left arm orthodox when it just slides in. You know, here's not a particularly good shot either. Now he's been knocked over twice without scoring to that particular delivery. That's better.
You just feel he's trying to play very close to his body very initially now. Just trying to keep it very, very good with the basics. They say bigger the game, get your basics right.
Yeah, a little bit better. You don't want to be trying to hit this young left arm orthodox through point unless it's real short. Because what looks as though it's going to be a long hop and wide ends up swinging back in.
Bipin Sharma may not be having the wickets right now in this competition, but I guess he has one of the best economies. For a youngster to be given this responsibility to bowl the first over in a crunch game just goes to show how much Sompal Kami trusts this youngster. Yeah, presenting the full face of the bat, that'll certainly help his confidence to build one innings. Quiet start here, 4 for no loss. Wholesale changes for both the sides, as many as 5 for the Pokhara Avengers, 3 for the Karnali Axe. Seeing a change on top here for the Pokhara Avengers. Jason Roy, he's padded up. Dhananjay Lakshan comes in. Rishi Dhawan as well comes in. A lot of overseas players. Remember, there's no Neesham. He flies back. Akash Chand. And for the Karnali Axe, Dipendra Rawat, Unish Thakuri. And Jai Kishan Kolsawala, the wicketkeeper bat. Seen him play in so many leagues all over the globe. It's going to be Nandan Yadav to bowl over number 2 from the com box end. He's bowled well, Nandan Yadav, in this competition. 3 for 35 in the last game.
He bowls at difficult times as well, doesn't he? I mean, often that 2 for 38, for example, against the Lions, or 3 for 35 against the Gawkers, is that he starts well, and then batters have started to catch up with him sort of in those last couple of overs, which are the toughest overs to bowl for the seamers, particularly on the surfaces we've played on.
Got to be careful when you're running with Rossington. He's a slow starter.
3 against the Gawkers for Nandan Yadav. Again, right near the back end of the innings, though, the match was nearly done at this stage. John Simpson and Gerard Erasmus had taken them to the brink of victory, and then 3 quick wickets. But he's been very consistent over the course of this year's edition, and he was excellent last year.
The Yaks lost the last 2 games defending. Today they'll be chasing. Just felt they were at the receiving end of the due factor. Maybe tactically they got a few things wrong.
Tactically, you know, there wasn't much agreement up here in the commentary box to what was happening down on the field, and it just sort of fell away for them because they looked well on top at certain stages. I'm also absolutely perplexed about the leaving out of Will Basisto in that. You know, he's a 3-pronged cricketer. He offers with the bat, he offers with the ball, he's exceptional in the field. And you think, well, who do you look him out? Who do you leave out for him? And I'm thinking, well, there's a number of players. I'm perplexed.
They're very unlucky in the last game. Basisto was run out. Complete confusion with Rossington over there. Mark Ward, beg your pardon.
Yeah, not great if you get judged on a run out, because the game before that he was instrumental in helping them get to 160.
Many factors come in when you include a player in the playing 11 HD. Take a look at what all does he bring to the table. We'll talk about that after this delivery. Oh, that is a lovely delivery and a very good take behind the stumps as well by Jaykishan Kolsawala. Just look at this delivery. He's playing his first game, not looking scratchy at all.
That's a good bumper. A good bumper, a great take.
Yeah, Basisto is a bowler who'll get you his 4 overs. He'll eke out a few wickets. Fabulous fielder inside and outside, and a gun batter. It's a big decision when you leave a player of his repertoire from the playing 11. Burtel will love the pace on the ball, and he's hammered that over point for the first home run. If these are signs to come, then this man is warming up in the middle. Good end to the over. 11 for no loss. The sun's just about dipping in this part of the world. 2 overs done, spin and pace from both ends. I trust Rossington to take his time, but what he really liked about the last innings of his, he was not flustered by the balls he consumed.
He bowled a good over as well, Nandan Yadav. That was the first poor delivery, and credit to Kushal Burtel, he was waiting for it.
If it's in his slot, he'll go after it. Rossington, he's been in rich vein of form, and that shot confirmed that he's seeing the ball well very early in his innings.
He couldn't play these shots in the previous game in his first 30 or 40 deliveries because his team was just losing wickets. But while the skipper's at the non-strikers end, Rossington can show us his natural flair and his natural game. You get it wrong, he is a strong individual that can hit the ball a mile. The big thing about these power hitters as well is once they get some confidence, they can go on a run. He's had a good tournament, hasn't he? Some good, consistent starts.
Courtesy that 6. Now you see long on and long off in position. You'd want to do that as a batter. You'd think twice as a bowler, what do I do next? Bit of mind games here. And the youngster Bipin Sharma will be under a little bit of pressure. Nicely worked away. Should have been stopped. But the pace on the ball gets the better of the fielder. Rossington is looking good.
Well, it's a field that not many captains use, having a long on and a long off inside the power play. And I was always going to be interested to see how it panned out, because Rossington hasn't played a lot of these type of strokes over the course of the tournament. He has been strong down the ground. But now he has sent a strong message to Bipin that he's got an all-round game.
He can't bowl it short. There's no protection square of the wicket. And that's why it's been worked in that region. He knows his field, Rossington. And the pressure is building on young Bipin at the moment. The Avengers are riding on a sea of confidence.
Can't have long on and long off. The poor delivery is the one that's overpitched, that allows Rossington to just stand and hit you for 6. And one of them have to come up. And I would be tempted to bring mid-off up, because Bipin tends to drift the ball into the right-hander rather than spin the ball away from the right-hander, but he's continuing with the field.
Big ask here from young Bipin to get it right. Yeah, much better, bowls it full. How much of a say does a young bowler have in setting his own field, HT?
Well, it depends the maturity of the man, and also if the captain trusts his decision making.
He's come back well, but this has been a good over. Good start here for the Avengers, 25 for no loss. Avengers lost 3, managed to win only 1 against the Janakpur Bulls. They're up against the Yaks today, and they're looking good. They'll take on the Kathmandu Gorkhas, who are in red-hot form, and then the Rhinos, who dropped 1 today. Lots to play for, and all to play for, as Sompal Kami brings himself on in over number 4.
Yeah, just going back to your question around the captaincy thing, I think all captains will consult with their bowlers. A good captain would certainly consult with his bowler, not necessarily go with it, but then also explain to the bowler why he's going in a particular way, because the last thing you want is an unhappy fast bowler or an unhappy spinner who's at the end of his mark.
There's no stopping Burtel. Walks out to open the innings, and he's taking on the bowling this evening.
Has he mishit this? Sompal Kami bowls a length in T20 cricket that is very dangerous. And I mean dangerous for his team, because batters can get underneath it. He doesn't possess that express pace that you can afford to bowl short after short ball after short ball. You may get away with it once or twice, but not forever.
Just backing away to create some room. How difficult is it to convey to a fast bowler that sometimes it's not about pace, it's It's got more to do with wicket-taking abilities in a T20 format, HD.
Those things are discussed in team meetings. In team meetings, you sit down and say, this is what the surface requires, this is what we got to do. It's all planning.
And there it is, a good pace of delivery. Caught the batter by surprise, was too early onto that shot, Burtel. Not surprised, Rossington quickly just walks up to him and says, we're getting the runs comfortably, let's not throw it away. Possessed are missing out today. Great bloke, wonderful to talk to. It's got a lot of height on this one. Fielder, it'll take some catching and it's been put down. And to make matters worse, it's been palmed away for a 4. Sompal's not happy. Burtel says, I don't mind it. And the Avengers continue to pile on the runs. Yeah, he got a leading edge on this one. Even he didn't know where that ball was going.
Tough catch. Every time the ball's going away from you, it's a tough catch. And this is a problem. A number of catches have been put down over the course of the last few weeks. 32 runs of the 33 are in boundaries.
Yeah, I only thought Andrew was great with numbers and stats. HD, you're giving him some competition here. Good start for the Avengers. 33 for no loss after 4.
Let me tell you something about me real quick. I came to eat, don't gotta sit in the seat. Now when we don't turn up, I got to mind, but I could be mine, sight to see. Don't mind me. Great sight, high heels, no stop. When I wake up in the room, they call me dancing hands. Independent, flip grabs on me.
Yeah, quick reminder to all of viewers as well. My dear, air conditioners will reward the most energetic fan of the brand new AC as the coolest fan of the day. So many cool fans. Wow. Don't they just love their cricket as Mark Watt comes on to bowl over number 5 from the Chobar end. There's something about Rossington, the batter. He surprises us with his temperament every now and then, HD. Yeah, wonderful match, wonderful evening. And this is our HP Lubricant commentary box. Yours truly with the wonderful, the great HD Ackman.
Tell you what, 7 scoring shots and we've had 26 deliveries. That's 19 dots already.
Oh, it's a quick single, good running. You're taking me back to my school days with all the mathematics you're bringing in HD. Yeah, it was a bit nightmarish, let me tell you that. That's Lyndon Annibal. He comes in as the Empire. He's at the bowler's end today and at the square leg. Well, Fazl's favourite and ours as well, Prageet Rambakuela. Every morning I see him in the gym. He's a fitness freak.
Oh, madam! Well done, what?
Our television umpire, Ravindra Vimalasiri, I see him every morning in the breakfast room. Not the gym.
Oh, he's lost his shape on this one. Fielder getting underneath. He'll take some catching and it's been pouched. Very fine catch by Nandan Yadav. What strikes in his first over. And Burtel will have to walk back after a promising start.
In the last couple of overs we saw Rossington sweep, but he looks to sweep on the ground for 4 where there's no protection. Burtel's looking to go aerial here and so gets right underneath it. Top edge is found. Good catch by Yadav. Really good catch. He made it look simple. Well, he promised the captain, Kushal Burtel, but he's out for 18. The Avengers are 34 for 1.
From the swagger to the stroke play, this man certainly entertained in England colours, and he's out here to do the same. Jason Roy, the start has been provided, and he'll be facing his first ever delivery in the Nepal Premier League. And he's off the mark immediately. Good successful over here, good start for Watt, and a bit of a comeback as well for the Yaks. 35 for 1.
Well, two Englishmen at the crease, one of them a World Cup winner. Jason Roy takes his first ever deliveries here at the Nepal Premier League. Great to have one of the marquee players into action for the first time this season. And he'll be joined tomorrow by Faf du Plessis. Faf du Plessis landed yesterday, and there was an absolute mob of people to see him there at the airport. And he looks in pretty good touch to start with. A couple of singles to get him going. Andrew Leonard here with you, and Fazal Khalil alongside me. Great to have Jason Roy here, Faz.
Well, absolutely. Like you mentioned, the Englishman has won World Cup. He knows what it is to win a big stage. For him to come out here, reputation to protect, and he's come at a time when the Avengers really need him out there in the middle. He along with Rossington.
Good shot. Knows that mid-off is up in the circle, gives himself that bit of room and gets 4 more. There's no messing about when Adam Rossington's at the crease, and this looks a good batting surface we're playing on tonight.
Well, certainly is one of the best in the tournament so far. Pitch number 4 that we're playing on. Slightly shorter boundaries to the side that he hit the ball. That's the eastern part of the ground, slightly smaller than the west.
Gives himself that room again. Happy to get the single. Yeah, great that we're onto a fresh surface for the first time, actually since the start of the competition pretty much, because we rotated the same 3 pitches throughout the first 19 games.
65 meters on either side. So we're almost in the center.
Steered away, finds the gap with precision. Should pick up a couple. Yeah, one of the messages I often get from overseas when people watch on, they say, how small is that ground? It looks tiny. It's not, but there is the factor of altitude. We're up at about 1,450 meters high at this very venue here at the TU, and then of course we're surrounded by the hills that get us up to 2,300. And then the biggest mountains in the world, up over 8,000. So the ball does seem to fly a bit more, but they're not small boundaries.
Well, certainly not. We're talking in meters, 65 meters on either side, 64 down the ground. So there are big hits. Seems very small when you watch it on television, but when you come out there, stand in the middle, it's quite imposing. And with those nice, lovely new stands, it really looks good. 6 done, 44 for 1.
Absolutely hammered. 50 for not after 5. You made it. Let me see for good luck. Yeah, let me see the details. Into the golden hour. Going to be treated to another lovely sunset, I've no doubt about that. The match officials have had some reinforcements. Lyndon Hannibal there, you see, signalling the end of the power play. Another Sri Lankan into play. I'm just asking our team out there to come to the side. Of course, we saw new ICC match ref 2. It's Jason Roy smiles at Mark Watt, because have a look at this. Show the mascot, hold the up play. The reason why we can't bowl. What are you doing? Yak attack! Get out of the way! Out you go!
I like this. That's good. That's good ploy against Roy. Just get him out there, confuse him a little bit, and he's still refusing to move.
Doesn't seem to have affected Jason at all. What are you doing, Yak? Yakety yak, don't come back, away you go. Come on, let us get on with the game. What's he at? Tries to go again. I think there's maybe bat or glove involved, and I think he might have got outside the line. You can't give this out.
Well, just outside the off stump. Kanali Yaks.
25-yarder picked by Roy and helped away into the offside. Gets 4. Very well placed. Gulshan Jah made good ground across to his left, but wasn't able to cut it off.
Well, he's really teeing it up, isn't it, here? It was in the slot over extra cover. I've always felt that this was the most difficult shot in the cricketing manual. He's just come from Abu Dhabi playing the T10s, so this would be a real longish game for him. Down the ground, brilliant hit, straight as a die on that side screen. Jason Roy is really having a ball out here.
It's some mixed results there in the T10. His last 3 innings were 1, 3 and 5, but he's taking to the TU with real aplomb into the slot, overpitched by Mark Watts and punished down the ground. Roy has already recognised that's the best place to hit here at the TU, straight down the ground. The 50s come up. I reckon if you told Nepal cricket fans even 3 years ago, let alone a couple of years back, that you'd have Jason Roy, Faf du Plessis, Jimmy Neesham, Gulbadeen Naib all here, all World Cup pedigree stars, lighting up the TU, they would have said it wouldn't be possible, but that's what the Nepal Premier League has done. It's 54 for 1. I will never get sick of that view, that beautiful sunset that we always get across to the west of the ground. We're in the land of the gods here.
Absolutely. It just paints such a nice picture. I mean, a nice sunset always shows us how good the ending is to the day, and it also reminds us how good the beginning will be tomorrow. It's a really nice ground, this, as we see Dipendra Rawat from the commentary box end. Really very, very picturesque ground, this Tribhuvan University ground here in Kathmandu. You can see the valley and the snow-capped mountains as well.
Yeah, Rawat in for his first appearance of the season. One of the changes, 5 changes for the Avengers, 3 for the Yaks, 8 between the two sides. Do have an update on our Red Bull cheerleader as well, who got injured in the first game. It's Rossington, nearly caught and bowled, just comes out of the hand. And the great news is the young girl who got hit by that Kushal Mala 6 is out of the hospital and she's in good shape too, I'll tell you now. Young Sarmila BC, she's all good and she's been released from hospital. Hopefully she'll be fit to continue. Great to see that she's okay, very important that.
Well, it's really good news coming out from the hospital that she's fine and she should resume her duties. It was a sickening blow that she had on the face. Really nice.
Yeah, really important. And hopefully she'll be fit to get back. Here was the drop chance. Harsh to call it a drop chance. And remember, for Rawat, he is representing his home province. As Roy goes deep in the crease, pulls it away, protection out there. Amazing to think of where all these players come from. They've kind of been balloted out through the auction and the mini auction this year. But Rawat playing for his hometown team. Over 35 players we have from Sudar Pashim alone out of the 8 teams. One of the real strongholds of cricket here in Nepal.
You've been around these neck of the woods for a long time now, Andrew. Which do you think is the best province, or which do you like the best?
I suppose the hotbeds are down towards the Terai region, down in Lumbini. We've got Bhairawa. Plenty of good cricket in Bir Gunj, but Sudar Pashim, it just feels like they keep producing players again and again. It's a good start from Rawat. His first over of the season only goes for 3. 57 for 1. Okay, the Avengers off to a good start, but remember this is a very, very good batting surface. They're going to want a lot more than that 150, I suspect, or 140 or so they get at the current run rate. And Adam Rossington, he'll hold the key. 23 off 18, Roy 16 off 13. More spin, this time a little bit of mystery spin. The off breaks and the variety of Unish Thakori.
Well, he's got an opportunity to get the wicket that they're so much looking for. The Avengers, for the first time in the tournament, they're looking invincible. 57 for 1 in 8. They really looked the part. And like we did mention with the Bolts, getting that victory earlier in the day has really set the cat amongst the pigeons here.
Big juicy full toss to start with, and Rossington's not going to miss out on that.
We've seen he's been in prime form. A nice smile from him. He's a really nice lad. We see him there. And we also have Jess Crow, who's got someone really special. Take it away, Jess.
I'm joined here by Will Persisto. Will, with the ball in hand for the Yaks this evening, what have you made of their performance so far?
I think the game's pretty evenly poised. I mean, 1 for 60, 2 key players obviously in for Pocker at the moment, so important that we take a couple of wickets, but I think we've started reasonably well. Unfortunately, a chance has gone down and a couple of misfields, but if we can clean that up, I think the game's pretty even.
Excellent. And 48 runs for yourself a couple of matches back. How did you find it playing out there in the middle?
Yeah, it was probably a bit of a different wicket to what looks like out there. It looks like a good batting wicket here, so hopefully if we can keep them around that 180 mark, that got chased down in the earlier match. So yeah, there looks like plenty of runs to be had out there.
And the Yaks desperately looking to get that win on the board today. Is there a bit of a shift in mindset for the team, do you think?
I don't think so. I mean, we're playing every game to win. We've certainly experimented with some different combinations and things like that, which can make it difficult for the playing group. But hopefully we've got the right combination out there today to get a win.
And I have to just keep mentioning this crowd. It's just been energetic, game in, game out. What's it like on the field hearing the support around you? Yeah,
it's pretty electric. Obviously, just even before we were chatting, there was obviously some fans going pretty nuts there. So yeah, it is incredible to play in front of. Sorry, I had to watch my head there. Yeah, it's amazing, awesome atmosphere, and that's why you play cricket. I mean, you want to be an entertainer and you want to play in front of crowds like this and passionate people. So yeah, we're so fortunate to be able to do that here.
And looking at the game earlier in the day today, it was obviously a very batter-friendly wicket. With the bat in hand, what's going to be the approach for the team, do you think?
It's a good question. I still think you need to keep wickets in hand. As we've seen, the power play has been a tricky time to score. So I think Milan played it beautifully. He's obviously a really experienced campaigner, scored runs all around the world, and he took his time. He played out a maiden in the first over and then went to work, and he struck it. I think it was over 150 in the end, and sort of put a really commanding score on the board. So I don't think our approach will be too dissimilar. Try and keep wickets in hand and obviously play to your strengths and try and cash in late at the back end.
Excellent. Well, all the best for you and the team.
Thanks, Jess.
Thank you very much. Back to comms.
Thank you both. Will Basisto and Jess, of course. Bit of a surprise, no Basisto today in the 11.
Well, absolutely, the all-rounder. Just take a look at the way he carved him around the park. That was down the ground. Lucky he didn't get that. And then he gets that big hit for 6. And then really played well. Just to get back to your point about Will Basisto, that's where you need him to bowl right now. And when he can bowl, bat, and he's an extremely good fielder, I would never want to leave him out of my team. And as Adam Rossington is just scampering home, 9 done. It's all happening here in Kathmandu. 73 for 1.
Big over.
16 is a good over. They need to carry on that.
Well, the biggest over of the innings, 16 runs coming from the first over of Unish Thakori. One of the changes to the team, and Rossington very much to the fore. Beautiful sights again, isn't it? Every time we see it, the sun just dipping beneath those hills. What can Jason Roy do? Big over this one, the last one before the strategic timeout, the expert strategic timeout. Just wonder, is Rossington going to continue to go after it? Did well to get back for 2, final ball of the last over.
Well, we certainly saw the lighter side of it. Just take a look at him running. He's scampering. Now he's galloping, and just a little canter in the end. Adam Rossington, you little beauty. I just like the way he plays. I like the concentration and the power straight through the man at extra cover. Will be a boundary. He's dealing in boundaries at the moment, is Adam Rossington. He's raced to that score of 43 now of 25.
Well, I'll tell you something, he's a little lucky here. You could say really well placed, but, well, maybe a yard away from Powan Sarafin. You saw the little moment of fear in his eyes there. Just enough. We'll give it to him. Good placement into the 40s. Really got the bit between his teeth right now, the former Essex and Middlesex man. Oh, and that is beautiful. Not quite going to go all the way, but he's really warming up. I'll tell you something. I'd never met Adam Rossington before this trip, and I'd never met Marchant de Lange. They are now 2 of my very favourite cricketers of all time. They are brilliant to watch, and they play the game the way it should be played, with a smile on their faces.
They played really hard, they played really fair, and now reinforcement in the form of Jason Roy has really spurred the Avengers on. 12 runs and over from here will get them past 200. Rossington on 44. The partnership 46 in lightning quick time. 80 for 1 are the Avengers. It looks a little different now, this team on screen.
And that'll race to the rope, 4 more. Rossington's putting on a clinic here. Remember his innings in the last match, 81, was actually the slowest 50 in NPL history, coming off 53 balls. He's 2 away from getting one off just 28.
Well, he does pick up that bat like an axe, doesn't he? We all taught how to pick up a bat like an axe, and then it comes down really. 50 of the partnership of just 30 deliveries, 32 of those going to Adam Rossington, 18 to Jason Roy. So he's been the dominant partner in this partnership, despite the fact that Roy is out there in the middle.
He'll get 1. Can he get back for 2? Don't think so. So he'll get to the break, the halfway stage of the innings. Just 1 shy of what would be a back-to-back 50 in this Nepal Premier League. It'll give us time now for the expert strategic timeout. The Avengers, 85 for 1.
everyone's contented with My Dear AC in the crowd, let me tell you that. They stand a good chance to take an air conditioner home. That's because My Dear AC will reward the most energetic fan with a brand new AC as the coolest fan of the day. Aren't they all so cool? Everyone enjoying the vibe and the music over here. Dancing in the aisles, shaking a leg. Ah, there they are.
Well, there's my favorite guy, Prageet Rambakwela on the right, enjoying a little bit of apple fruit. Really fruity day for him. I saw him enjoying himself at the breakfast as well. And come on, give us a smile, Ram. Come on, Prageet, give us a smile. There it is. We're ready to go, he says. And all three are from the same country of Sri Lanka, the Emerald Isle.
Jim in the morning, apple in the evening, Rambakwela.
49 of 29 is Adam Rossington. 12 dots, 7 fours, 2 sixes. He's really played well. Sompal Kami from the Chobar end. 50 to Adam Rossington, and really well played as well in that score of 86 for 1. He's picked up 50 of 30.
Yeah, his second consecutive 50, got 81 in the last game, and he matches that with a fluent 50 in 30 that includes 7 fours and 2 sixes and a bit of running as well. What a fine cricketer he's been here for the Pokhara Avengers in season 2 of the Nepal Premier League. He'll come out to keep as well.
Well, there's the variable bounce in the pitches that we've seen throughout the tournament. Mikhail is probably one of the quicker bowlers in the tournament. Sompal Kami, 130 Ks almost for him, but just no bounce. You can see that it's slowly dying, the bounce. At the current rate, they'll get 164. They need at least 11 to 12 runs and over to take them to that invincible total of 200. We've seen the Karnali acts that they can surely bat. No is the call. Would have been trouble for Adam Rossington should they have run.
It'll be interesting to see the second run being denied by Rossington, because for the most part of it, he gave Jason Roy the impression that he's coming back for the second. And on the turn, Jason Roy was not even looking at Rossington initially. Look at the sprint here. Yeah, and he turns and then suddenly he presses the abort button, and just in time, Jason Roy gets back. Good decision, Mr. Rossington. You're getting everything right this evening.
But he just doesn't want to throw it away now. This is the crucial moment, but till about over 15. They need to just go at 8 runs and over. They don't need to get 12 from here. Nicely played, helped on its way. That'll be a 6. Into the crowd she goes. He's picked that up and put it away as clean as a whistle. 290 big ones for the tournament. Coming off the bat of Rossington sounded so sweet and so pure. 93 for 1 now in the 11th.
Yeah, he's been a picture of focus and concentration. Visualize, focus, execute. Look at that. Fast hands, strong wrists, and boom, it goes into the stands. You'll pay the price if you stray in line, and this time the length also was not helping Sompal's cause.
59 of 36, the Siddhartha Bank maximum of the match. I'm really enjoying this little stint with you, Mikhail. Rossington on fire. There it is. That's gone big and it's gone out of here. What a hit this. He just picked it up and deposited it over long on. End of the over, 11 done, 99 for 1.
Yeah, it's been a good passage of play for the Avengers. Burtel departed at the score of 34, but after that, both these batters have put on 65 and 37. In the last 30 deliveries, 55 runs have come through. Yeah, great scenes, great sight, wonderful backdrop, and at the forefront, quality cricket.
Lovely, absolutely stunning pictures from the ground by our cameraman Gulshan Jha coming on from the commentary box end, and it's been really a treat, this Nepal Premier League. Well, a swing and a miss outside that off stump. Jason Roy should just take the single, give Rossington the strike.
What an innings it's been by Rossington at the other end. Fluent, flawless. And each time he's middled it, it has made a sweet sound. Roy has just not been able to get that release shot for a while now. He's looked good otherwise very early in his innings. And there it is, shot third, point, cover sweeper. Shot cover, long off, long gone here for Roy.
Well, I feel so connected with this team, Mikhail, the Pokhara Avengers. They stay with us in the same hotel. We see them for breakfast, lunch, dinner. We meet the coaches, the support staff, the strength and conditioning person, the trainer, the physio. There's a happy bunch, the owner. Scampering home is Adam Rossington.
You're a people's man, Fazal. I must admit, the 100 coming up courtesy that single. Yeah, but I echo your same sentiments as well, because we see them every day from the ownership team. Mr. Rajiv Kapoor, he's always involved with his team and egging them on. There they are, Dinesh Karel missing out today.
Where is the coach? And where is the physio and the strength and conditioning trainer? And they do such a lovely job. There they are, the one with the beard, strength and conditioning, and the trainer Ravi. He's from Hyderabad in India. Does such a fabulous job, and we see him out there in the evening. Yeah, that's the lad. That's the lad with the beard, and to his right in the red tracksuit is the coach.
He's fondly known as Raja Bhaiya. The coach is from the state of Jharkhand in India, involved with the CSK as well. Great observations there, Fazal. Wow, that's in the gap too for the taking. That should beat the fielder. Ah, brilliant. Brilliant attempt in the deep.
Dipendra Rawat was the fielder there. I think he's pulled it in, but we'll still take a check. Umpire Rambakwela going up for technology. I don't know what he's upset about, but just take a look at this. That's where he's pulled it back, and seems pretty okay to me, but I'm sure the umpire will take another look from the reverse angle just to be sure.
Yeah, the left arm spinner diving to his right. That's a Superman save. These moments certainly show the kind of commitment these days fielders need to make just to save those extra true runs. Look at that for an effort. 10 out of 10.
Wonder what the fuss is all about. Will be given runs for sure. There it is. Pretty straightforward decision. Rossington 63. The partnership now 70 of 41. Can we see a big one? Can we see it going sailing over mid-wicket or point? Cut away nicely on the offside. Will be a boundary. It's a touch of class really from Adam Rossington, using the pace of Gulshan Jha and playing it behind point for very handsome runs for Adam Rossington and the Pokhara Avengers.
Just like the way he got on top of this one on his toes. Yeah, there it is. Beautifully thread the needle there. And cut through every blade of the grass, Fazal. Sped through. Just goes to show the kind of timing he's exhibiting here, Rossington in the middle, and the form he's displaying. Look at his eyes. Another good over here for the Pokhara Avengers, bringing up the 100 as well. 9 coming off it. It's 108 for 1.
I speak to him.
Well, courtesy this unbeaten 50 in the middle by Adam Rossington. He's now snatched that Presidential Graduate School platinum cap from Ravi Bopara to become the leading run getter so far in the tournament. 212 for him, and he'll continue to pile and churn the runs on. Number 3 is Mark Ward from the Yaks. He'll come out in some time. Yeah, a lot of good healthy competition here brewing in the top 5.
Suddenly Adam Rossington has become a favourite in the commentary box. All of us seem to be a big fan of his. That'll be a wide. Well, we've seen him play well the other evening, but how well has he played this afternoon? He was really severe on everything. Pitched up, went, when he shot it, went out of the ground, played some really good shots on the extra cover area. Was really good downtown as well, and then picked it up, and that was the best of them all. A bit of glove love for Roy and Rossington. They come from the same country, and they're speaking the same language at the moment.
For a moment I thought that carry to the bowler, I could have seen it wrong. This will give us a better idea what just happened over here. He got the toe end of the bat. I just dropped short. Just died on the bowler. Andrew was also mentioning about Rossington, the adaptability. In the previous wicket it was very difficult, so he had to play himself in. I was commentating very early in his innings. He was not in the 9 deliveries, and then he went on to hit 81 and 63, and Rossington today has just turned it around.
Just shows how versatile he is. So when he lost a couple of wickets and the pitch was not really great, he changed his game, played to the way he's supposed to play on that particular pitch.
There she is, a happy then sparkling smile of the match. That's more than just a smile, that's a big grin and a broad smile and a bit of laughter and happiness as well. Congratulations, madam. With the wave, you get a hamper as well coming your way.
Well, they get a hamper every day. We just got one in 2 weeks. Mikhail, you got to do something about it. Your happy then smile is not coming through with the sponsors.
And at the moment, it's happy hunting here for Rossington, Fazal. I don't know about us, but I thought you got your hamper.
We're just talking about Mikhail Vaswani and his lovely smile. He just hasn't been able to convince the sponsors to just give us a happy dent hamper. I'm sure they're listening to this, and if they are, there he is. There, take a look at that smile. Absolutely stunning. The happy dent, sparkling smile of the commentary box.
The hamper is coming, I'm very sure about it. Thanks, Fazal. We'll share the spoils. Nicely struck, but as you found the fielder here, just falls short. I guess we're hell-bent on getting that hamper.
Well, anything to keep happy. 78 of 48. 52 of those for Rossington. And playing second fiddle is Jason Roy. Just fresh from that T10 tournament in Abu Dhabi. Match number 21 is the Pokhara Avengers versus the Karnali Yaks in this magnificent Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League Season 2 powered by Ncell. And it's coming to you live from this beautiful TU International Cricket Stadium is what I'd like to call it.
Cracking hit. One of the best we've seen all day. Sweet sound, wonderful timing, and that raced away.
Well, it looks like a very innocent piece of willow there with a bazooka inside it. Just take a look at this. It just sped off this outfield. There she goes. And straight into that end cell boundary Toblerone. 194.6 is what he's striking at. Adam Rossington, can he go big? Can he go down the ground? Can he go for 6? Nicely bowled. Good finish to the over. 8 runs off it. 13 done. The Avengers 116 for 1.
Yeah, full houses every day of the week here in the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium, and it's off the charts as well, breaking records on social media to Instagram 60 million, Facebook 97, YouTube 2.5, accumulative 160 million plus. Keep it coming. That's because we are seeing astronomical, unreal numbers dished out in season 2 of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League, and have to really commend the efforts of the fans and thank them for coming along and getting together. And thank you, Nepal, and a great job by the digital team as well, Fazil.
It's unbelievable what these people have done. And to the right of your screen, there's the most important man, the Secretary of the Nepal Cricket Association, Mr. Paras Khadka. And Bipul there to his right in the brown jacket, the digital head for the Cricket Association of Nepal. And how well have they done? They've taken this to the lengths and the breadths of Nepal. 160 million views on digital platforms. Unreal. There he is. Give us a wave if you can hear us, Bipul.
Yeah, Bipul Bhattarai, very proactive, always coming out with new ideas, innovative trends, trying to keep up with all of it. And he's got a big, strong team behind him. He's just trying to push the limits every now and then. It's a great team effort. Good use of his feet. Oh, it's been palmed away for a 6. The timing of the jump had to be very important, and the composure at the ropes had to be kept in mind. Najibullah Zadran there with that effort, but I reckon it's a home run.
I just got the feeling that he didn't time his jump really down the track, the slower delivery, and he was a little concerned there. Just take a look at that, just jumping a little ahead of time. If he had timed his jump properly, he would have got it in those palms. Jason Roy now cutting loose, breaking the shackles. 2 6s for him to go with that 124, but 72 of 38. The partnership now 89 of 53. 13 and over will take them to 210. 11s will take them to 196.
Rossington always on the lookout for the second. Fazal, have you downloaded the Dish Home Go app, the official OTT streaming platform for the Nepal Premier League 2025?
Well, I was told that it is there for us to download, and I'm going to do it pretty soon. And for those who are watching in India, you can stream on FanCode and Star Sports Select 2. And worldwide, it is Dish Home Go, the official OTT streaming platform for the Nepal Premier League 2025. We're in Season 2. That's the projected score. Nicely bowled into the pitch. Rossington will settle for 1. He won't take any chances coming back for 2.
Okay, 9 wickets in hand, Fazal. Are we looking at something close to 200 here?
Well, this is the first time, Mikhail, in all these games that I'm really happy with the way the Avengers have played overs 7 to 15, and they're not yet at 15. They've got 81 runs so far, and they haven't lost a wicket. That's the way that you play these very crucial overs between 7 and 15. Now, if they have wickets in hand, just imagine what they can get in the last 5. Beautifully struck down the ground. There will be runs there. Normally, the long on and long off are slightly straighter. So just a single, 1 delivery left in the over, and it's the big man, the burly Adam Rossington, a favourite in the crowds, a favourite in the commentary box, a famous with our director as well. Gulshan Jha, can he finish well? 10 runs of the over so far, 126 for 1. And Adam Rossington is on strike. Just imploring the umpire for a wide. And I don't think he's wrong in doing that. 14 done, 126 for 1.
Yeah, Fazal was mentioning about the passage between 7 to 15, 82 with all 10 wickets intact. I guess that's the high point of the Poker Avengers.
Well, for me, Mikhail, after you get through that first 6 overs, 7 to 15 is more important than the 16 to 20, because 7 to 15 determines how you will play in 16 to 20 and how much you will score in 16 to 20 with wickets in hand.
+1 there. There it is, the Omoda and Jeko new Jeko J5, the real SUV with best in-segment specs. 25,000 will be donated to education per match hit on the J5 podium. There it is, grand side, good looking, great features, very strong AC. All right then, event ball coming up. Rossington is going to go after. Yeah, he's got stuck underneath this one, and he knows it as well. Does not bother even looking at it because that's been caught in the crowd. That's a lovely catch and a great moment as well.
Well, if only there was an award for the crowd catch. But Rossington, take a look at this, in the middle of the bat, down on one knee, the left arm spinner treated with absolute disdain, carted away to that area, cow corner. Oh, nicely bowled. Good comeback by Watt.
Probably one of the best catches in the crowd I've seen in recent times, and maybe the first as well, Fazal, this season.
Well, that'll be the 100 of the partnership. Nicely played down the ground. He's really dealing in boundaries and a lot of power in the shots of Adam Rossington, into the 190s now as far as the strike rate goes. 10 fours, 5 sixes, 83. Just take a look at that. Didn't really get it in the middle of the bat, but had enough on it to beat the fielder at long on.
And he's now bettered his previous score as well in this competition. 81 in the last game, 84 not out in this. A lovely crowd catch as well, just to add to the fanfare, excitement and entertainment. Fazal, how much would you rate that out of 10? Wow! How did he do that? Did he catch the ball or the ball caught the hand? I wonder. Nicely bowled. Good end to the over. It's been entertainment all the way with both these batters in the middle. A partnership worth 104. They're looking good, the Avengers. 138 for 1.
I'll turn it all down before I sit down. Don't leave the microphone like that. Just leave the microphone like that. And I'll just fire it like that.
Well, he's top of plenty of charts right now, isn't he, this man? Adam Rossington on fire at the Nepal Premier League. And the way in which he has shown his dexterity and flexibility to adapt to the situations. Remember, the slowest 50 in Nepal Premier League history in the previous game before he found that acceleration. And now, well, he may well just be thinking and becoming the third man to do a certain something that I won't mention, because I don't want to put the mockers on him. Here comes Sampal Kami for his third. Delighted to have HD Ackerman alongside me. HD, Well, Rossington, he's a special talent, isn't he? And he is outdoing even the great Jason Roy here by a distance.
He's had a good tournament. I mean, even against the Kings up front, you know, gave them a good start. It's just the one failure, you could call it that, for someone at the top of the order, bearing in mind that these conditions are foreign to him. I want him back next year.
Two fielders out there. It's right between the pair of them, and it gets to the rope with one bounce. The Carnally fielding effort is starting to buckle under the pressure. There's no doubt that Najibullah should have already caught Jason Roy, and this one, well, it should have been cut off from the boundary.
Yeah, and the problem here for Sompal Kami and the Yaks is that that's hit the toe of the bat. Jason Roy, this is his first game here, so he's still trying to get accustomed to the conditions. Once he does, duck. Kami's got to vary his pace. He cannot run in and bowl seam up all night. He will go the distance.
You mean duck in the crowd, not duck on the scorecard, I hope.
Correct.
Definitely take evasive action up there in the stands. Again, he's clothed it. Ja readjusts just well enough as Roy walks the single, and Kulsawala just reminds him, you've got to run your runs. Yet again, the Yaks have used 7 bowlers. Used 8 in a couple of games. And that's with all the changes that they've made as well. A reminder, 3 for the Yaks, 5 for the Avengers. 8 changes between these two sides in what, well, is all but a must-win game for both of them to stay in the top 4 mix. Monster. Obliterated. Pace on, out the ground. Into the 90s goes Adam Rossington.
Amazing, isn't it? The difference between someone who's been here for 2 weeks and someone who's just arrived. Virtually identical strokes. But Rossington has the pace of these surfaces. He knows what he's doing. He's closing in on the big one.
He's a special cricketer, and I know for a fact, being in and around the same hotel as him, he adores his time here in Nepal. He has never made a T20 century in his career, despite playing 191 games now all around the world in every corner of the cricketing globe. He may not get a better chance. He has the time to do it. The 150s come up. We've only had 2 centurions in Nepal Premier League history. Andreas Kous in the first season, the South African turned American, and then Mark Watt, the Scotsman, who surprised you and I both at the top of the order for Carnally. Can Rossington join the club? Single to round out what is a 13-run over. 151 for 1. Well, they've been the story of the tournament for me, these fans, and up in the Red Bull fan zone, the new gen, you can refresh your Babal energy. Babal energy.
So we may need it, but I'm not sure the Nepali crowd do. I think they fall into a